Europeans in ranked. I've dealt with Americans in guild. I've dealt with Europeans in guild. There is a massive difference in terms of the level of criticism that Americans can take compared to Europeans. On average.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Hello.
Stop the payload.
Use your heads out there. Get through this.
Ranked OW players equals average people. Americans, Euros, similar difference in Euros and Slavs. I mean, well, like Western Europe and I mean Europe is 100 times more diverse than America, right? Like it's not like Americans all over the country are relatively the same, whereas Europeans are very different from country to country. Because, I mean, again, you're comparing a continent to a country, right? No? What do you mean no? I mean, that's not even a controversial take. That's just an obvious take. The difference between like let's say like two extremes, like a Californian and a Texan, is significantly less than the difference between a Russian and a Brit. Like humongously different. Way more different. It's not even close. I mean, again, that's not even a controversial take. West Coast? No, I've been to the West Coast. I've been to the East Coast. I lived in Philadelphia for 8 months. I lived in the West Coast for probably about a year overall in my life.
Keep holding Spirit.
Philly is a liberal stronghold, though. Fucking cafe, bro. I miss cafe. What the fuck's he doing? What's the dog doing? Azo! I mean, if you're comparing Britain versus America, America's a more diverse country than Britain. No question about it. Like, I think Brits all around the country are relatively the same. There's not that much of a difference between a southern and a northern. Obviously, there's differences, but there's not that much. But I think there's more of a difference between, like, East Coast, Southern, West Coast in America, for sure. But if you're comparing diversity in Europe versus diversity in America, I mean, it's not close. I mean, it's really not. Because America's a country, Europe's a continent, right? Europe has way more people in than America. Should be able to get this double, maybe. That's how good my ult is. Answer is my ult's really bad.
Maybe low.
60 seconds.
Great debate, you can't compare humans to WoW players. Fucking true, actually.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Why the fuck do I have hops in this playlist? Fuck. That's just a fucking old playlist as well. I still have hops in this playlist. Taken. Chipsa low-key green taking. Okay, look. Okay. You can take the whole slurs thing. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I understand why that's generally a controversial take, and maybe that is just trying to defend my friends that might be racist. Maybe that is true. I don't know. But if you're talking about the way that Americans, on average, in my opinion, deal with criticism versus Europeans, it's not close in my opinion. It's just not. Yeah, Americans are more sensitive than Europeans on average. That's not a bad thing. I promise some people think that that's a bad thing. It's not. It's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. It's just a difference. I don't think it's a bad thing because
Leave a half letter.
being sensitive, overly
Let's go,
sensitive,
let's go, legit.
can be good sometimes. Because I'm not a sensitive person, so I find it sometimes I find it hard to sympathize with people. Because like there was times when I was with my girlfriend Sam, who's a very, very, very sensitive person.
I like how
That things would upset her that I just didn't understand how it would upset that. Like I don't understand how it would upset someone. Which means that when I'm trying to empathize with her, to help her, it was really difficult. So that's a situation where being more sensitive is actually a good thing. Fuck, I'm gonna go around action. Trying to serve Russian success. Constitution might be a liberal, but she is a liberal, but... Give me an example, I'm gonna give you an example. They're not playing order to do that, they're playing. Again, my personal life. It's not even my personal life, it's her personal life. Silence. This isn't even political, bro. This is human nature. Sound like a loser when you say being sensitive is a good thing? I mean, being sensitive can be a good thing. Like, being sensitive isn't a good or a bad trait, it's just a trait. Because there's times where being sensitive is a good thing, and there's times where it's a bad thing. If you're not a sensitive person, you're going to have trouble empathizing with other people. Which can cause problems communicating with other people. Because again, you're desensitized to it. Like, I get flamed so often in my games, I don't give a shit. So when I see a friend get flamed in ranked, and they get upset over it, I'm like, why? But that's because other people have different tolerances for things than I do. I'm simply built different. Sensitivity isn't empathy. Yes, it's not the same thing, obviously, but if you're a more sensitive person, the chances are you're also more empathetic. Because you're more in touch with your emotions, in my opinion.
meteor strike.
No flash. And break now.
I'll have some.
One.
But again, I don't know. At least when it comes to gamers, and I think that this if you extrapolate this to wider population, would be true. I feel like I have a pretty good experience. I have pretty good life experience with this situation because of how many. Oh my god! How the fuck is she not dead, bro? Like, I've dealt with a lot of European people. I said yesterday. Oh, sorry, man. Thank you. Do Squid for the 313 super shit, man. Deco, thanks for the 313. Like, I've dealt with a lot of Americans in my life. Because again, dating an American girlfriend, dealing with Americans in games. You know, I have a pretty good grasp on the differences between American culture and European culture.
Score 0-3. Switching.
At least from a personal perspective.
Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Never seen a streamer so stun locked. I'm not stun locked. Do you think Americans are more racist than what Europeans? No, I don't think so. I would say your average American is less racist than your average European. I think Western Europeans are probably less racist than Americans.
evolve.
Probably. But if you take the whole of Europe, I think Europeans are more racist than Americans.
30 seconds.
Once the
This is
mission
Finland.
starts, no more messing around.
Hey, Jack! How you doing, mate? Not even close? It's pretty close. Well, because if you look at certain states in America, all very racist, but certain states are, obviously. So I understand the point in generalizing. There isn't much point, it's just a question.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort.
Conflict between different Slav conflict is insane. I mean, my experience in general, like, Slav countries in general tend to be very racist, from my personal experience. We're not talking about my guildmates. I mean, if you want to go as far as say that my American guildmates that I played with versus my European guildmates, which one's more sensitive? Again, it's not close.
Bring on Vega, let's set them.
I'll have some.
Chipsa guild racist. Surprise, surprise. Says you, Jack. Says you.
Hot cocoa. Fine. I'll have some.
Ah!
Hot cocoa.
Guys, mic's super high quality. It's just a bug in the game. Everyone's mic is like complete dog shit.
Step right.
Nano me, nano me.
I'll have some.
Mans, nano B! Nano way! Mans, give me nano blows!
One on.
You did not see that one coming, did you?
I'm having a good day.
I mean, Jack, let's ask you, right? An unbiased source. Do you think the average European is more sensitive than... Sorry, do you think the average American is more sensitive than the average European?
Meteor strike.
Heroes never die.
Mental conversation. Chat, it's an interesting conversation, guys.
This will be
Trace one. Gorillas, please.
Are you getting by now?
hot cocoa.
Americans get upset about everything. There we go, chat.
Hot cocoa.
We did it. Unbiased source, Jack. Gets it.
I'll have some.
Bad man.
Can I get my ult, please? Thanks.
Meteor strike.
Fuck it, we do it live. We do it live. There's too many men up here. Set the liberals. Well done, man. Proud of you. Thanks, man. As an American, I can convey more sensitive. Chat American, I think Among Us sus and faster.
This will only hurt.
Isn't everyone who plays WoW racist? True.
Bomba.
All gamers are racist. The far I did, it's such an experience, such a
Trace a high ground. With ball.
Ito mo pera.
Heroes never die.
Guys, what's the plan?
I'm sensitive, I got 50 DMs from Europeans. I mean,
I thought I had to get primal, but I
I'm not gonna say anything.
Bolo, net.
Enemy contact.
Fuck, he's so lucky.
I can go into you.
Yeah, very fast. One.
Here in Israel. Wait, is that a Jacob? Jacob take. What's Jacob's take on Israel?
Hot cocoa. Hot cocoa.
America will talk, say what they want. You're going to shut up.
My position.
I don't think that's true. Whoa! I mean, the problem is, bro, is that people take sensitivity as a bad thing. That's the problem. What the fuck's he doing? But it's not. I fucking love Brady. I hecking love Brady. He's so hecking cool. Hot cocoa. Europeans don't care enough to get respawned. Don't get it next.
Hot cocoa. I'll have some.
I just think that like if someone challenges my ego, at the end of the day, I don't really care enough about what they think about me as a person / player to dignify a response.
Hot cocoa.
Just ignore it.
Meteor strike.
And especially if you want to be famous like me, that's the way you have to be. If I was to like that, oh, okay, actually, okay, now, this is gonna get pretty. Think of the difference between me and Wings of Redemption, okay? Both of us obese, both of us play a game we hate for a living. What's the difference? Is that I don't respond to every bit of bait that's thrown my way. He does. That's the difference. Oh, wow, the conversation started with
Hot cocoa.
thoughts on the Antichrist? You mean Joe Biden? Oh shit. Okay.
Hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. Hot cocoa. I'll have some.
I don't need to over I can catch down. I'll Wait, whoa.
Fine. I'll have some. Hot cocoa.
Hey, should I was going to discuss today?
I'll have some.
Chat, it's triggering Americans Tuesday.
Get you in.
Hot cocoa.
Evaluate the statement, Europeans are more racist than Americans. 10 marks. Wait, it is Tuesday, is it not?
Why is the payload stopped?
Yeah, it is Tuesday. Trying to gaslight me.
Hot
Good boy, man. I
cocoa.
killed by.
Fine. Hot cocoa. Fine. I'll have
30
some.
seconds remaining.
They know.
Chat, what's your thoughts about pornography? Do you think pornography should be illegal?
Meteor strike.
Meteor strike! The amount of difficulty in the kill to kill an Ana through a break pocket is like, it's insane how hard it is to do that. Because of how many fucking tools she has to just fuck you up. It's insanity. It's literally like when you go into a steakhouse, you order a nice T-bone steak, and you get served with raw fish instead. That's literally what it's like.
No. no, need it, you need it.
Hot cookie. Fine. I'll have some.
No, cooldown.
Yippee! I could have gone for the Tracer there. I think I would go. This Tracer's not very good, so I can punish him. Tracer half no recall. Ah, shit. I don't think we win this. This is like 2 games where I actually thought we were the better team. We lost.
Yeah.
America's government is corrupt, so it's like every country's government.